This podcast is supported by a brand new Broadway musical that literally sounds like the show I've been waiting for all my life. It's called MJ, and it's not about Michael Jordan, although that would be cool too. It's all about the one, the only Michael Jackson. MJ the Musical takes audiences behind the scenes of the Dangerous Tour to witness the creative process of this one of a kind artist and one of the greatest entertainers in history. And just FYI, I've been hearing some amazing things about this production. The creative team are some major theater and music heavyweights, including two-time Pulitzer Prize winning playwright Lynn Nottage and Rich and Tony Talluega, who danced with Michael himself. Plus, I got a chance to see the song list, and it's incredible. Every song you love, every song I love. 25 of Michael's biggest hits. Trust me, this is going to be huge. Performances begin December 6th at the Neil Simon Theater in the heart of New York City. Get more info and tickets at mjthemusical.com.
It's got to be real. Girl, I could write a book. How you gonna make me feel? I never find another hug, master love you into me. Oh.
This is for the lover in you. This ring means I'll always be true. This is, I will start loving new. This time it's gonna last forever. I trust you, yes I do. But girl, you're not the kind of guy could easily charm. Whoa ha ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha.
Whoa ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha,
Whoa ha.
whoa ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha.
Swing on, swing on, swing on.
Cause you know Howard Hewitt came in mad aggressive with that this ring.
Yeah, yeah. Turn your mechanic down, Howard Hewitt, down. Take a day off.
I can't.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Blackest Show About Nothing. It's Jade and XD. I'm your host XD, aka Mr. Hurry Up 2022.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what 2022 is giving, so I just, I've got enough of asking for shit. I ain't.
That is very true. Then I want to change my AKA to Mr. Yeah, that's where we go.
I'm just gonna be myself this week.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real. There's nothing wrong with being yourself.
Just a studio
For
flip.
some.
You know what I'm saying?
I really want to take the time out and say, when people be like, just be yourself. Not everybody should just be themselves. It's true. Think about it. There are some people that are better being phony.
Not even just phone. Just be somebody else.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
They've been lying to you your whole life. You're not good enough.
Yeah.
You're just subpar. But when you become Stephon Arkell, it pops.
Exactly. When people be like, my worth is better, it's like, is it really?
Is it?
Like, self-worth is, sometimes you have to like tell yourself, like, I'm not worth, no.
Sometimes you got to know you just a TD Bank. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got
You're not a JP Morgan Chase.
And in those, and in all honesty,
Yeah.
you know, I call the JP Morgan Chase girls are like a specific girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unless they have a special card there, but they're a specific girl. I'm being classist. Yeah, I am. But Ultima honeys, you know what I'm saying? But like,
Tory Burch.
yeah,
flaps.
you know what I'm saying? Like Ultima honeys, but it's like, you can't tell me nothing with my Dooney and Burke. And it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
simmer down, TD Bank. You're just mid, bitch. You're just mid.
Yeah. They got their Michael Kors from
Yeah.
TJ Maxx and not Michael Kors.
Right, but it's like, I got a Michael Kors. Even though it
Yeah.
don't matter where you got it from, because it's still Michael Kors. Right? You feel me?
Well, yeah.
We just lost 12 listeners.
How was your week? We haven't recorded in like
No, we haven't.
hella long.
No, it was shitting on a stick, but it was good.
No.
It was,
Damn.
you know, it was good. No, it was good. Holiday was outside of my bathroom roof almost caving in on the day of
Oh my
Thanksgiving
God.
morning.
The fuck?
Yeah, nigga, we had to get an emergency plumber. Somebody's pipe was leaking 2 floors up. And then Tristan goes to take a shower. We on track for the good 4:00 start time. You know, I've never done that. And
No, ever.
I didn't need your motherfucking confirmation.
You know, sometimes the choir is needed.
Nigga, the choir is loud. Because everybody's singing in that motherfucker, okay? Even niggas who ain't never been to the crib. I know she was late. You shut your stranger ass the fuck.
I mean, I'm just saying, but
You
go
ain't
on.
never even licked my finger, nigga. Shut up.
Neither have I.
No, you haven't, no.
But go on. Keep telling these people about how your building almost fell
Oh
to
my
the
god,
ground.
yeah, it almost fell through. But we had a plumber come through and they fixed it, and you know, it was patched for the day, and then they
Did
came
you
back.
feed the plumber?
No, I did not.
I was just curious. Like, what do you do in those situations? Like, you know what I mean?
You want some water? I'm so sorry you have to be here on Thanksgiving. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Make
Like,
the
what
bitch
if you,
on the
like-
5th floor apologize to you, okay?
Like, what if, like, you in Atlanta, right? Or, like, in Louisiana, and, like, niggas is having, like, a crawfish boil and, like, seafood boil for Thanksgiving, and one of the pipe bursts, and somebody got to come all the way to Ninth Ward to fix your shit. You're not going to offer
Oh
him a
yeah,
plate?
no, I'd offer him a plate, but he had to come. He came in the morning. He came before the stuff started. Thank God we caught it when we caught it. But if it was during dinner, I would have absolutely offered a plate. I always offer water, coffee, you know, tea.
I was just curious, like, what's the protocol for
Yeah, you
when,
just offer
you know?
because you know they're gonna decline. They don't know your food. You don't know me, and I get it. I decline at your house too, but you know, but there are niggas who won't decline. Actually,
And, you know, it's like, I get it. But also,
it's like
I
that
judge you, too.
17-year-old that be coming up every Thanksgiving who texts that white lady by accident.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes there every year since then.
Which I think is a beautiful, heartwarming story. I just had a couple questions. I'm sorry. I just want to know, like, do you have? You choose. I'm sorry.
No, I too have the same questions because I'm like,
is it just
so
me? Come on, I'm not being an asshole.
right, like, so you don't have any other options.
I'm like, are there
Like,
other or is this just like a thing? It's just like a pass by and you've already eaten.
Yeah.
Like, I already ate. Or do y'all
Yeah.
like really sit down and pray together? I just wonder.
and commune.
Yeah, like I want to know the ins and outs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the mechanics of it all.
The mechanics of it all. I do feel bad because the husband passed away.
Yeah, he did.
I do feel bad
Fuck
about
COVID.
that. But I do have those questions.
And they're valid.
You know?
They're valid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They're valid. And I wish them all the best. So your Thanksgiving, okay.
How
that's
was yours?
good.
What did you end up doing after I talked to you? Nigga, you ordered Burger King, didn't you?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not.
Okay.
Right after I spoke to you, I randomly went on a 6-mile walk.
Oh, yeah. Y'all did go on a walk.
Yeah, we were supposed to go on a regular, how our usual route, which is to the dispensary or whatever. But, it was Thanksgiving. So we were just like, okay. And it was really nice on Thanksgiving. Okay. So we're just walking and walking and walking and walking and ended up at the Grove.
Okay.
And we had our Thanksgiving dinner was at, what's the place you like with the apple crostata?
Oh, Maggiano's.
Yes,
they ain't
that's
really that good. I just really like the apple crostata and the salad.
They're not, but the Thanksgiving meal was delicious.
Oh, okay. What you have? It's chain food.
I had, they had turkey, the ham, or whatever. However, they had a focaccia sage dressing, which was the star.
They called it stuffing,
of the show,
didn't they?
Yes, but I mean, where was I?
Because it was made with bread.
Yeah, and it's in West Hollywood. So
yeah,
I mean,
I get it.
So, but it was delicious, and I didn't walk back because fuck that. But yeah, that's what we did. We had cocktails and joggers.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, it was a great walk. We've been trying to walk every day. Like today before we recorded, I went on a 4-mile walk. Go us.
I'm gonna start calling y'all Saul and Robert.
Yeah, or Bert and Ernie, whichever.
You all are definitely Bert and Ernie. Wow, you are Bert.
However, I'm the light one.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little bit more cantankerous though. But yeah.
Than Bert? More?
Well, okay, maybe I'm the same thing. Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, I have a question for you that don't have nothing to do with nothing. These AirPods keep pushing out of my fucking ears. I'm sick of it. Does it mean that I have the wrong ear hole things in?
I don't know, but what I've seen is that they have like these new, like not Apple, but like other people, like our friends in Taiwan and other Asian countries had developed like these silicone like other like attachments to put on the things to actually mold to your ears, because like mine just come out randomly too. It'd be like
they just like push
sometimes.
Out, right?
Yeah, like sometimes you in all day and then all of a sudden you want to be a loose booty and it just fall out.
I'm like, are my ear holes? Are they hosed now? What's going on?
Yeah, and I always wondered that because it's like some days they fit, sometimes it don't.
Girls, do your Kegels because this is getting on my nerves.
Okay.
This is getting on my
ears. Don't fail me now.
Okay,
I gotta turn this podcast out.
I did make a fantabulous dressing.
Really?
I mean, yes. Okay, so it probably wasn't much just different than anybody else.
What did you cook actually? Because you didn't have many.
All the
you didn't have many people.
I know, but I cooked everything, and I'm really bad about posting food stuff. Like when you all see food stuff, it's because I'm like, oh yeah, do that. But I didn't post a single thing from Thanksgiving, which is fine because I feel like it's Thanksgiving food and niggas all ate the same shit. But I made turkey, dressing, yams, mac and cheese, collard greens, those Brussels sprouts that I did post the recipe for, mashed potatoes, homemade gravy, yeast rolls, Crystal Jean brought a nut and fig caramel tart.
I saw her baking it on the
Delicious.
gram.
Delicious. We had sweet potato pie, hummingbird cake. Jasmine really put her foot. It's delicious.
Oh, that's from the last year. That shit was delicious.
With a pineapple cream cheese frosting. I think that's it. Cranberry sauce. I think that's it. So yes, I made all those things. And mac and cheese obviously as well. The dressing though, I just did a nice clean mixture of sausage, butter. When I say clean, I mean I know everything that went in it. Sausage, butter. I sauteed up some shallots, tons of shallots, garlic, and a bunch of like celery and bell pepper, and all fresh herbs, thyme, rosemary, sage, and sauteed that up real good with the butter and the sausage, and then mixed it in with that cornbread that I had sitting from the day before. And, the broth, and then I just like a little gravy on top of that. Not when I'm baking it, though. But anyway, your broth, your chicken broth, and you can add a little bit of your turkey drippings to it, since your turkey's already started, to infuse that flavor and season it up and all of that. And it was but there was something about those shallots and that butter. It was so good. It was so good. And obviously your egg and all that shit to bind it. But it was a delicious dressing. I thoroughly enjoyed
Dressing
that.
is my favorite Thanksgiving dish.
My child don't eat dressing or yams, and it stresses my spirit out.
I mean, she's 8.
Yeah, I know. I forget.
But this is also somebody who eats like pad thai and does she eat sushi?
Yes.
See?
Well, what I've come to realize is she doesn't like sweet potatoes in any form. She don't like roasted sweet potato fries. She don't like candy yams. She don't like sweet potato pie. She don't want nothing to do with a sweet potato. Like nothing whatsoever. So I don't even try to make her eat. Like when I made her plate, I didn't even put yams. I don't try to why don't you try? No. I have to respect the fact that this heifer don't like sweet potatoes. Is it strange to me? Yes. But
well, I mean, I feel her on sweet potato fries. Them shits are gross.
They're weird. No, those are weird. But she don't want it in any form. I thought she'd even eat pie. She's like, get it the fuck. Copy. So, copy. Dressing, I feel like she'll develop an appreciation for as time goes on. She loves sausage. She loves cranberry. I mean, she loves sausage. She loves cornbread. So, eventually she'll, but at 8, I was fucking some dressing up. There's not much I didn't eat.
I was very picky growing up as a kid, and then when I started having to cook for myself, because my mother would be like, I told you, mom, love her down, but she's not, chefing it up. And my grandmother always like, I'm retired. So I had to, can't wait till I say that, and I can say that. I'm retired. I ain't doing shit. But, so I had to learn how to cook for myself, or I go walk across the street to McDonald's. And, shit gets tiresome, and, so I learned how to cook. And that's why I got into, learning and oh, well, maybe this isn't that bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
And also, I used to watch a lot of, cooking programs with my grandmother. And so because she wasn't making this shit, I'm like, well, since I want to try what they making, since my grandma's not making it, so let me try it.
I gotta make it. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
But that was my Thanksgiving holiday. So let's talk about business. So, yeah, as you all know, and if you don't know, we're everywhere on streaming platforms. That is Google Play, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Acast, iHeartRadio, blah, 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 everywhere except for SoundCloud. And you can also find where the mess lives and also get ad-free video and audio, because I know the ads just pop up like candy did in the "You and That Booty" video. So if you want the ad-free version, sign up for our Patreon. You get more than just the ad-free version. You get videos multiple times a week. Even if you don't watch the content that we're watching, there's conversations in between. So it's because we never stay on topic.
No.
And we're funnier than the shit that we talk about anyway. So.
Toot beep beep.
Okay. I'm trying to honk the horn on their asses, okay?
Me too.
R.I.P.
I know, Greg Leaks.
But yeah, also, if your pockets is funny, totes understand, you can always go over to the YouTube Chan and subscribe for the free 99.
Yep.
Where we do 90-day fiance recaps and other YouTube-y stuff, because that's what YouTube does.
Whatever XD tells us to do, we do that.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm trying to think, is there anything else before we go to a commercial?
No.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's take a break. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The rental agreement, which is often referred to as a lease, is a document that outlines the length of the tenancy, how much rent will be, and the responsibilities of both the renter and the landlord during the period where they're entered into the agreement. In some provinces,
And we're black.
Yes. Always.
So before we go on, I asked Twitter, or I asked everybody, the Jade and XD universe, because that's what we got. Also, call us. Our number's in the description box wherever you're listening. Leave a voicemail. We call you back eventually. So, just like black people,
Might
eventually
2 years later.
we'll answer. Yeah, but we call. And join our Discord, because that's where the mess lives, because I'm going to be pulling from Discord and shit today.
Oh.
Well, kind of, sort
Okay.
of. So I asked the Jade and XD universe, there are often times where we say things, we're going to talk about it, and we forget to, or we miss it. So I figured there'd be some times in the show where we would revisit those things that we might have forgotten about. Since both of us can't ever remember it, so that's why I asked you all. So I'm going to do maybe one a week, maybe. Okay? So this one is for you. They want to know why Jade got into it with Eric Michael Dyson or Cornel West.
Why I got into it with them? Mm-hmm. I never got into it with Eric Michael Dyson or Cornel West.
Okay.
I said Tristan took a picture with he took a picture with Tavis Smiley and Cornel West. I've never gotten what?
Oh, okay. The India Ari one, I'm not going to answer anymore. There's a whole episode about it.
I'm so confused by that question.
Yeah. The India Ari episode is, I think it's called The One That You've All Been Waiting For. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
Let me see. Then that's a bus. So let me go to.
I'm so thoroughly confused by that, though.
The time XD said he was going to tell you why it was hard raising his mother. Oh, well, it's hard raising your parents in general.
Yeah, period.
You know what I mean? Because they don't listen.
No.
Because I think I explained it when my mother, the laptop thing I told you all last week. I don't know if I told it on Patreon in the main show, but she asked me for the laptop and I was like, what? Now we're at the conversation about boosters. And
Okay.
I don't know if I talked about this, but it was a conversation to get her to get the vaccination in the first place.
Right, I remember.
And because my uncle passed away, it was more of a push from COVID. So it was definitely like a real nigga wake up call. Mm-hmm. So now we're at the, hey sis, it's time, we're all you almost 65, queen. Mm-hmm. So, what's up? And it's more of like, well, I'm like, because at this point, Ma, we just and I'm not saying, I'm not pushing the vaccine on anybody else.
No, but
I'm just pushing it on my mother.
That is fair.
Yes. I push it on my mother and my grandmother. My grandmother, 90 years old. She don't know. She don't even know what it's for. But although she when I went there, I was wondering how she comprehends the pandemic. You know what I mean? Because she never really makes mention of it. Mm-hmm. Well, no, but because it's a big, lofty, crazy thing to talk about, even for people who are in their right mind. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like when we went out, like she'd keep her mask on. So it's like she understands it. Like, and in fact, there'd be moments where she didn't have to keep it on. She had it on. I'm like, that's right, queen.
I know
keep it on.
That's right. That she's my type of nigga. That's my type.
Yeah. But she, that kind of thing. So she keep it on. But that's like another of those things, like, my having to like encourage health stuff, because parents, they talk all this shit about what you need to be doing with your kids and keeping them healthy and what you got to do. But again, they up here eating pounds of sugar and eating so many little penny candies for dinner or whatever, sneaking candy and foods and stuff like that. You know what I mean? We all have those parents who just not doing what they're supposed to.
Yeah. My dad's a tourist.
Smoking cigarettes still.
So.
Yeah, listen, we're never going to stop eating.
No, he's a decadent nigga.
Yeah. Listen, ask him about a meal he had 20 years ago, and he'll tell you the exact meal and how delicious it was.
I should literally send him a text right now and be like, what's the best meal you've ever had?
Mm-hmm. And he's going to say, back in 1987, I went to so-and-so steakhouse. Or your mother cooked me our anniversary meal back in 94. See, it's going to be some of that. He gonna have one of those.
She ain't cooking on no anniversary, nigga.
Well, it could have been a thing. But Torians always remember, every tourist right now, think back to, I'm going to give a random day, April 28th or the month of April 2016. And that's easy for you all to remember because that's when Lemonade came out.
That was the best
you
meal
think
you've
about
ever
the
had?
meals. No, I'm just saying, think about around the time, just think about that meal that you may have had. Torians will remember all of the greatest meals, and they will never forget all the worst meals they've ever had.
Oh, I bet you if I asked him right now what's the worst meal you've ever had, he would call me and tell me.
What was the worst meal you've ever had?
Ever? Man. Like ever? I don't know. I can tell you the worst meal my mother's ever made, but
I could do the same.
and then I can tell, and I blame Rachel Ray because she started watching them stupid ass 30-minute meals, and she threw it again. My mother can't cook, and it wasn't that it was nasty, it's that it was, don't ever make this again. Like, we don't ever need to have this for dinner.
Now today, I've got a meal that is really built for speed without taking my foot off the gas, not even for a second. And I'm gonna crank the heat on that. Over here, I'm gonna preheat my griddle pan, and you can eat through the flat tire. Out of the refrigerator, I'm gonna get a big package. And
so it was some Rachel Ray bullshit, and she was like, I'm trying one of the 30-minute meals, and my father was like,
it was like a pizza burger on like a cob.
Nigga, it was some kind of casserole, and we are not a casserole family. We're not a casserole. We're not those type of black Americans. That's not shade. We just not a casserole family. So the fact that she put this casserole together, it had ham and potatoes and something, but it was just like, girl, no, this is not for dinner. Don't ever make this again, and fuck Rachel Ray. So that's the worst meal she's ever made. We were like, you are so good, and you listen to this white woman for 30 minutes, and she literally just took your perfect record down. It was dumb. The meal was just stupid. It was just a stupid meal, I remember. And that's not my mother's fault. That's Rachel Ray's fault. It's not. I don't think I can list like the worst, but I can tell you like some of the worst. Like that time I went to that wedding, and everybody at the wedding got food poisoning, and they had pineapple like Fanta in a fountain, and I swear to God that it was a cornbread. It was a Jiffy cornbread wedding cake with Cool Whip frosting.
Not a BBQ's cake. Oh my gosh.
I will never forget, because this is terrible. And I'm not being phobic. I just want y'all to know. But I just remember this very distinctly from this wedding. There was this fat kid named Joseph. I'm sorry. And he broke a chair at the wedding, at the reception. And the reception was in a community center. And like I said, everybody got food poisoning. Everybody. My father, who has the stomach of steel, this nigga can eat 7-day leftovers.
Oh my God.
I know. Disgusting. Ooh. But this nigga got food poisoning. It was a time in my house that was it the next day or was it that night? It might have been the next morning.
That's on some bridesmaid shit.
Oh, it was bad. Oh, it was bad. Everybody at the wedding, though. Everybody at the wedding got food poisoning. So that was terrible. What's the worst meal your mother's ever made?
Oh, bust out a scroll.
Not a scroll. Wait, not my dad texted me.
See?
I said, what's the best meal you've ever had? Fried pork chops and rice and gravy, or grilled lobster tails in Tijuana, Mexico, off a grill and put in fresh flour tortillas in a Mexican restaurant.
Boom. Boom.
That was so specific.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't even know the last time this nigga went to Tijuana,
Exactly. And that's the plan. The worst meal my mother has ever made, I'll just pick. My mother, single black female, caring for her, lone black son who, was a little soft and pink on the inside. Oh my God. She had to, make do what it do. And so she would just experiment with dishes. So she used to make this dish. I don't even know how to describe it, but I remember what it tastes like. It was like a tomato-based rice dish, but it had black olives in it. And it wasn't dirty rice, because I don't remember there being meat in it. It was just a tomato-based rice dish with olives in it. But it would be some of the rice was fried or cooked or burnt or something. It was just not good. It was just not tasty at all.
Hold on.
Here's why I hate olives.
Tomato-based rice with What?
It's like, it was almost like soupy jollof rice.
Oh.
Like,
Was the rice a
if-
proper consistency?
I don't believe it was. She stopped making it after I like would throw the shit up. Like every time she would make it, I'd throw it up on purpose. So I'd be like, "You're not gonna get me, damn it." That's when I will sit and protest because I wasn't one of those. I was a picky eater, but I would eat within reason, you know. But like there was just some shit I just was like, nah, I'm not eating
that's
that.
real.
That's gross. And she was one of those because, you know, it was the 80s or early 90s. Like, I cooked it, you eat it. Okay, fine. I'll throw it up.
Oh, you were that type of nigga.
For that dish, yes, I was.
Oh, you're telling us how drastically nasty it was. Did it have meat in it?
I don't think it did.
Would y'all eat it with anything?
No, it'd be like a bowl of it.
Oh, that sounds like your mother was trying to what? Make do.
Make do. I understand that. I totally understand that.
But it was just
you
gross,
know,
though.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Yeah. I can tell you the worst lunch I ever had. My mother went out of town. One of the rare times she left us. And so we was like, can we get some lunch money? He was like, lunch money? Make your lunch and take it. So we were like, ain't no meat. We're like, ain't no turkey or no ham. Like, there's no meat in the house. He said, make a butter and jelly sandwich. Now, in the morning sometimes, my father would make us toast with butter and jelly, 2 slices, cut it in half, butter jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
When you are eating lunch at like 12:40, though, that is disgusting.
Well, see, I was a different type of
And
child,
I remember I was
enjoyed that.
sitting. No, you wouldn't have. Not with that cold toast and the butter is all coagulated and cold. So it's like creamy cold butter. No, nigga, and your toast is all half soggy and half. It's not good anymore because you made this sandwich 5 hours ago. So I remember sitting, I will never forget, I remember I was sitting on what side of the cafeteria table I was sitting on. I remember all of that, and I bit into that sandwich and I cursed my father the fuck out. I can't believe he made me take this nasty ass shit today. I was so mad.
It wasn't salted butter?
Then I got home. Yes, it was always salted butter, but it didn't matter. Then I got home and I was like, you made me take this nasty ass sandwich to school and now I'm hungry. I didn't even eat. And he was like, why you didn't ask for no lunch money? I was like, I fucking hate you, nigga.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. A father. This ain't even supposed to be what we talk about today.
Nah, but here we are.
Yeah, here we are. We're actually supposed to be talking about roommates.
Oh. I forgot.
Yeah, my college, my first roommate ever in college was in town a couple weeks ago. I missed him because he's a DJ. He's like a famous DJ.
Okay.
And he's one of those world artists.
Oh.
Because he was like living in Argentina for a long time and, doing the club scene there. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Liddy. But I've had a lot of roommates, and I feel like a lot of people who listen to us currently have a roommate or had roommates or, are thanking God that they never had a roommate, So I think it'd be fun to talk about our
Well, I've only ever had
situations.
3 roommates. Tristan is one of them. 4, Noah. My cousin and I lived together for a period of time, and one other roommate. But I was like a stranger. But outside of that, I've been pretty blessed.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Oh, you want to know? It's nice. So let me tell you. You come home. I do remember. I don't think I ever told my parents this. I remember one time I was in my apartment, and I don't know what I was going through. Some early 20s angst. And
It's like rain
on your wedding day. Did you watch her Music Box special situation?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, there's a special on HBO Max on Alanis Morissette, and she's in it, like talking through like her experiences through all of her rain and all of that. And I'm like, I don't really rock with y'all like that, but I likes me some Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, I like her too. She's one of the few, Nilla queens I like musically. It's, her, her, Sheryl Crow. They're my two, white girls with a guitar.
No, don't care about her.
I'm Californian. I have to like her.
Yeah, but I used to work in a supermarket, and they played that stupid Walking on Sunshine or the Walking on the Sun or whatever the fuck that song is
Soak
called.
Up the Sun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, see? There you go. It was every hour on the hour, and I hate it, and I hate you for putting it in my head right now.
I'm gonna soak up the sun. I'm gonna tell everyone to lighten up.
I wanna soak up the sun. I would furiously bring up groceries when they would play that.
To lighten up.
I hate it.
I'm gonna soak up the sun.
Hate it.
Gonna soak up the sun. Okay. Must be nice not having to have roommates. I've had 90 of them.
Yeah, you've had some experiences too.
I have. I've had when my roommate stole from me in college.
What they steal?
These Christian Dior shirts I had.
Wait, so the nigga stole the shirts and wore them and lived in the same house?
No, so I this was in college in the residence hall. And so we were going home for break.
Okay.
Now, I rarely this is when I stopped going home for the holidays, partially for this reason. So I was going, California, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I may or may not be coming back next semester. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now, my roommate at the time, I don't know if I ever told this story, but I found him fucking on my bed once.
I'm sorry.
And I had to...
Me?
So, when I was a young lass, I had a roommate.
When I was a young warthog. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, when I was a young warthog, I decided to befriend the locals, which happened to be a huge ghastly mistake. So I was going out with this white boy at the time. Please hold all your questions or comments or concerns. And I was single at the time, but this boy on campus named Miguel.
Okay.
Would be like, he just started talking to me. We had a class together. Miguel was just like a commuter student, kind of.
Okay.
And but there was this influx of like Puerto Ricans that came to the school. It was so interesting. So he befriended me. He was like, hey, I have this friend who's into me, but I'm not really into him like that. Maybe you should go out with him. Fine. Blah blah blah. And I'm going out with John. Okay, stop. Hold all questions, comments, and/or concerns.
That's the white man.
Yeah, John.
Okay.
John the Greek. From Crete. And so, I shouldn't have used his real name, but that's fine.
It's fine.
So, fast forward. I don't know if Miguel, quote unquote, had a thing. He'd be like, "Oh, so you're going out with so and so? It's fine, whatever. I didn't want him, whatever. Let's be roommates. Cool, girl, fine." I knew this was a bad idea, but whatever. So he was one of those boys who struggled with asexuality, and of course, I've been out since the womb. So all the girls come to me and be like, "Mother, help me." So so he met this guy down in the city. And because we were in Connecticut at the time, so we met down in the city, and so the guy was super, super into him, and of course he was like, "I don't know, blah blah blah." So I ended up meeting the guy, and he was really nice. I was like, "Why don't you like him, Miguel? Like, he cool, I'm not into him like that, but he's cute for you."
Oh, okay. Cute for you.
And so he was like, "I don't know, whatever, fine." They ended up hooking up and getting together, fine.
Okay.
So one day I come home from, class, and these people were on, because I bunked the beds because we had a couch in there because we wanted space. And also, my roommate was never there because he lived 4 exits up the street. So why would you even need to be here? Why are you even living on campus in the first place?
Why is you fucking in my bed?
Right. So I'm like, I go in and like I see them just laying on my bed, but they in their drawers. So I'm like, but the bed is messed up. And at the time I was very like I had to make up my own bed before I left. So I'm like, what's going on? I'm trying not to like turn into Carrie and like have blood coming from the walls and shit.
You deserve to, though.
So he was like, no, we were just laying down. We didn't feel like, going up on the thing, it was too hot. And I'm like, how is it hot? It is November in Connecticut. The window is open.
And why the fuck you in my room?
Why are you here? So, because I'm like, that made no sense. So y'all fucked on the top bunk, and because it got too hot, you just wanted to rest and have a respite on the bottom bunk? That makes no sense, Carol. So, so I was like, oh, off with his head. And so I was pissed. I was like, well, whenever you're ready, we can go to the mall, and you can buy me a new comforter set.
Yeah. No, not whenever you're ready. Nigga, go wash your
No, I meant like whenever you're ready, like when you guys are done,
Oh.
Because we were going to handle that tonight. So
you can get the full
right, so they got them. So he was like, no, but we didn't. I was like, okay, listen here. Do this now. Nobody gets hurt.
Not really.
And you know how I am about threatening blowing shit up. So
yes. You're loose with it. You're loose with it.
Yeah. And so I got new stuff. I did.
Okay.
Within the hour.
Okay.
However, fast forward to a month after that, it's time to go. And I'm like, oh, God. And so my roommate never really stepped in the room after that. So I was like, okay, fine, great. So I scared him away, which is fine. I don't give a fuck, whatever. So he comes back. He was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to live off campus anymore. I'm going to live on campus anymore. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, girl. I'm leaving this day, move all your stuff out. I mean, you know how to check out, it's the dorms or whatever. So I leave the day before he does, and I was trying to hold on to like be the last person in the room, whatever, because I have like my
Yes.
TV in there and shit like
Yes.
that. Now, before that, I had went thrifting, and I lucked up on some like vintage Christian Dior shirts that were
Okay. Mm-hmm.
yeah, like tailored and everything, and they fit me perfectly.
Okay.
And they would have come easily like $250 per shirt, and there was 6 of them. So I leave. I go to California. I come back early because I only stay at my mother's house for like 3 days.
Yes, we know.
And I come back and, I felt like Loretta Devine in For Color Girls. I was like, somebody just ran off with all my stuff.
So this nigga robbed you while you was gone.
Mm-hmm.
But then you left your shit in the house with a nigga who fucked on your bed.
It's the dorm. Like, I didn't have to leave. I didn't have to bring everything with me for the holiday break. It would be different if it was summer break because it's months off. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But
Yes, I forgot I've been in a dorm before.
and I had winter session too, so I had to come back early. You know what I mean? So it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Oh, friend, you got robbed
Mm-hmm.
by your roommate.
I did.
See, I wasn't that roommate before. So I think I told you this. So the one roommate I had, when I moved in, I was, we was establishing our house rules and stuff. I said, so listen, I smoke. She's like, oh, cigarettes, if you could just, I said, I don't smoke cigarettes. She goes, oh, that's fine. Because the previous roommate's daddy would come and visit, and he was a roll-up king. So I was like, nah, I won't do it in common areas. I'll only do it in my room. I was like, and I clean up after myself profusely, but, I just want that to be clear between us. Yeah, that's not a problem. So I had me a birthday party.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm going to leave and go stay at my friend's house. Like, you have the house to yourself. She was like, you can use my room. She was like, because I had friends who were visiting from out of town as well. So she goes, some of your friends don't have to get it. They can stay in this room for the night. Like, I know y'all are going to be drinking and just, respect the place same way I would. And cool. And it was kept fully respectful, but something kicked up in her spirit.
And said to come on home.
And she said, so I asked my police officer friend about weed.
God.
And I was like, oh, this sentence.
Oh, hell.
And she goes, and he said, mind you, she was a teacher at the time. And I was friends with a gang of teachers. And them niggas are wild, okay?
Oh, yeah, they do coke and that. They do coke off dicks and shit.
They be
no.
teachers be wild, boy. So she was like, he said I could lose my license as a teacher if weed is found in the house. I said, now why would weed be found in our house? Why the fuck would anybody come knocking on our door for my little 7 grams I got locked up in the room right now? And she just looked like a deer in headlights. And I said, so listen. And let's be clear, we still cool. Like it's love. It's always been love. But I said, so listen. Don't ever call your police officer friend about no fucking questions regarding me again. Here.
No, ma'am.
I was like, and let's be also clear. Ain't nobody knocking on our door for my little bit of weed, especially if you keep your mouth shut. I said, now I pay half this rent and I'm going to smoke this weed in my room. And that's going to be that on that.
I know that's right. What? Wow, I can't believe she did that.
She did it out of full fear because she was not a consumer.
Of course.
But girl, that is not the way, the truth, or the light, bitch. That's not how you do that. That ain't how you ask a question, nothing. So, but we was fine after that because I had to roll up at a nigga's job on her behalf once. She was into the dating sites. That was my opening and my intro into the dating sites, you know, because I didn't do that. So she was on the OK Cupid at the time. And she brought a nigga in our house who they ended up having relations in the stairwell, let's just say that. But
oh my.
I was like, girl, have fun. Because she wasn't a wild girl. Teachers are wild people, but she ain't a wild girl. So I said, okay, girl, yes, let your panties hang. So, you know, she caught feelings for this nigga because she was not that type of girl. And I knew it was bad business when I seen this nigga sitting on my couch. I just felt it in my shundo, like, you ain't no good, and this ain't what you need to be doing because you looking for love. She should have been on Ready to Love. You know what I'm saying? She was ready to love. So this nigga ghosted her, and she's all upset, crying. It's a whole to-do. So I say, where he work again? Because she told me. He worked in the Village at this restaurant. I bartended in the Village at this restaurant. I said, you know, I'm just going to make me a quick detour on the way home. So I rolled up in his job. I think he was on McDonough. And I was on West 3rd. So I walked over to his job. And I walked out. Would you like a table? I said, no, I'd like to see Jose.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So we were a good roommate team, she and I, but we just had to get that one clear understanding.
Yeah.
Bitch, don't ask no motherfucking questions about me to no police. I don't care who you friends with. You don't tell them my business. But she never stole. She bought our groceries, and I just put the money on the table, left it on the nightstand. I think I was pretty blessed with that, you know, with my roommate situation, the little bit that I had. But living alone? Oh, that's what I was telling you earlier. So one time my parents came over. I was having an early angsty moment in my early 20s. I think I cheated on a nigga or something. I don't know. But my parents came over, and I was not in the position to be sitting there talking to them. So I peeked out the window. But guess what I didn't do? Answer the door. Because I didn't have to.
I know that's right.
And my mother texted me from her data plan because at that time, you had to text with minutes. And she texted me and she said, Heifer, I know you in there, but I'm going to leave you alone.
Yeah.
But that's what living alone is like. You come home and just let it all hang. You don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about checking your toilet. No hair building up in the drains. You know what I'm saying? Niggas eating your food out of the refrigerator. The dishes that are dirty are yours. And you have nobody else to blame. It's glorious. I will tell you that. It's glorious.
I hate that shit too.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, who made all these damn dishes? Like, it's like you, nigga.
You bitch, because you don't live with no. Oh, yeah. I just got a new apartment. I'ma leave the floor wet.
Free her.
Right. Wait, is she still in jail? Oh, I'm wrong.
As of, what's today? Tuesday? Yeah.
Who's that white man who said that she's okay on the internet? Because I thought she was out, so I wrongly said it on Get Grown. But, I mean, I'm not laughing at her demise. I want her to be safe and well. But who says she's okay? Because I took okay meaning free. Don't say somebody's okay if they still in jail.
Two different things.
So, especially in jail in the white motherland? What's wrong with y'all?
Listen, people been... Okay. I don't know. Let's take a break.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be back with more Jade and XD. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Wow. Imagine living in a tiny apartment with an alleged squatter. It's been over 14 months of pure hell, basically. The apartment apartment in New York City's Tony Greenwich Village is just 650 square feet. And the woman being called the squatter by her roommate lives behind this door in the bedroom.
There's my chair.
And we're black.
Talking about
I had, yeah. I've always lived in like apartments where there was a whole like influx of homosexuals, either in one apartment or the building.
Yeah, you do always end up in those types of situations. It's fascinating.
Yeah, because like when I lived in Buffalo, it was like I had a roommate. Like the whole building was gay or queer. Let's say that.
I love that though.
No.
Okay, never mind.
No.
Well, I just figured, for safety and, community, but...
Listen.
Okay.
Listen. Living in a house with a bunch of bottoms with one toilet is really a noodle scratcher. You know what I mean? Especially when... Let me tell you something. I had a roommate... I'm going to skip over a moment because I have to tell that story on Patreon. Okay. I think I told you about my trans roommate that I had.
No. Grandma, grandpa?
No.
Okay.
That's just somebody I used to work with.
Okay.
I haven't talked to her in a while. I hope she's good.
I hope she is too. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, the man from the stairs, he's still with us.
Oh.
I saw him randomly yesterday in the lobby, and I said, okay.
And that's literally all you need. It's just be like, I don't wish ill will on you. I really wish you would get out of my stairwell, but I don't want you to die or anything.
I'm telling you, my theory,
like,
I really feel like somebody put some roots on that man.
It could be.
No, they definitely put some roots on that man. That man was an attorney, and we don't know what kind, but he was an attorney, and he owns his apartment in this building. But he just floats the streets in very dirty business attire with a lot of bags. He just
mentally just turned off.
I think somebody put some roots on him.
That also could be a thing. But I used to have hoe roommates.
Oh yeah, me too. Not that girl, my cousin. Because you niggas are active. Let me tell you something. And you know what I mean by you niggas. What do you mean by you people? Yeah. You know exactly what the fuck I mean.
Practicing homosexuals.
Uh-huh. Yep. Especially those of the male origin. Y'all are some hoes.
Man presenting. Yeah.
There we go. Thank you. Yes, there. Mm-hmm. Y'all are some hoes, okay? And you are y'all are active.
Is hoes too.
Oh yeah, no, they hoes. Studs is hoes. The heteros is hoes. Martin Luther King was a hoe.
But yes, I know what you're talking about. The gay homosexual quotient is pretty randy.
It's active, nigga.
Yeah. So, I can't believe I'm about to tell this story. So I used to have this roommate. It's so interesting. I had several roommates, but the first roommate happened to be my next roommate's jump off, or the jump off happened to be this. Anywho, whatever. We was all cool. So, I used to live with my ex-best friend. Well, my ex-best friend, we used to live together. And then there was this other guy named Steven. Let's go with that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So Steven, he was just our friend we met while we were there. Yeah. And Steven was actually somebody I used to try to talk to when I first moved there, but then it just didn't work out.
Okay.
And we never did anything, but we just became good girlfriends. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, we hung out like a day. But he used to, him and my ex-best friend, they used to be on the Chad. The Chad is what the they call like the party line where you meet the trade on the phone.
What's up? My name Tony. I'm 6'3". Like, yep.
So Steven used to be on there and pull the trade. So Steven would be like, Steven had wigs, and he would like, and the reason why he had them was because one time he was pretending to be gender that he was not. And so,
oh no,
when old boy pulled up, he was expecting not Steven, but more like Stella. And because my best friend at the time had a wig in their closet.
Oh no.
Steven took that wig and wore that man out.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that they went that way. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't going to give too many details.
I'm glad it went that way.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't, I wasn't going to say anything traumatic. I was just going to say,
I didn't think
fucked a nigga with a wig on. Fucked him a drag girl, I'm telling you.
It wasn't even
and
drag.
You would thought he was the top, and my roommate was the top in that situation.
Can
so
you
that
imagine?
was also the game.
Wait.
Niggas on the chat like back on their back, girl.
Please leave me alone. Can you imagine Jasmine Masters mounting you, but like not as Jasmine Masters, just with Jasmine Masters wig?
I'm trying not to.
I'm trying.
But I can't stop. Because all I see is like Saw. Like the Saw, because I imagine Jasmine Masters is low-key Saw in the face.
Yeah. Oh God,
and
no.
It's like...
What if we have her on the show?
I don't know how to respond to that. I mean, you know, it's a reading challenge. It's all good fun. Sure. Speaking of, you didn't watch any of, did you watch any of UK's Drag Race?
Just
a little bit, right?
Yes, I didn't get to Snatch Game yet. That's the next episode. I'm behind.
Well, girl, they done crowned the winner already.
Oh, well, then I guess I'll be binging. Who won? The one, I think, the Brat doll. They planned that from moment one.
Well, because I'm sure they wanted the woman to win, but
Victoria Scone, but she fucked up her knee, so she got to come back like Eureka.
And watch her make top 3.
Yeah, hopefully she wins.
Eureka.
You know, I wasn't really rooting for her initially, but
yeah, Kitty Scott Claus is robbed. That's all I can say. But yeah, my roommate used to fuck the trade in wigs. That's a story. There's also a time where how do I clean this story up? There was a moment. I can't share this on the show.
Why?
Because people I live with listen to the show.
Oh.
So.
Now, one time I will tell you this. Did you watch Love Life or no?
With Mr. from The Good Place?
Chidi? Mm-hmm.
Chidi? I saw the first episode. I didn't finish. I'm trying to... I have to talk to you about all the TV I've been watching lately.
Okay. Well, it's...
I've been watching Buffy.
Wait, how is this? Oh, 99 cents. Okay.
Did you ever watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer? When
I
you were growing
told
up?
you, no, it wasn't really my show, but I told you about that time that my mom told me I couldn't spend the night at that girl's house, and then she left, and I went to spend the night at that girl's house, and we was watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer when I hear her,
Oh, your mama picked you up.
and she picked me up. It's time for you to come home.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been, that's his favorite show, and so I've been trying to oblige because,
So
why
how
not?
do you feel about this?
I forgot there's a reason why I brought this up. Oh, about 90s TV, teen TV.
Uh-huh.
I think they need to bring it back because I think all current teen TV is weird.
Yeah, because teens are weird.
Yeah, but I tried watching Generation with the plus sign. Whatever. What are these children going through? I saw one episode of Euphoria. Everybody's on psilocybin and shit.
You need to finish Euphoria, nigga. You need to finish it.
Everybody is on drugs.
It's drugs.
So I'm like, golly. But anywho, I forgot my point of bringing up Buffy.
So one time, I was that roommate. I was, excuse me? What do you mean current time is unavailable? You just told me. It's something that...
What are you doing?
Ordering groceries.
Oh, you do this every week on the show.
I know.
You should tell the listeners what you're ordering each week.
Well, right now, next available by 7 p.m. That's not a problem. I'm ordering produce first because, post Thanksgiving, you got to eat a couple of salads. And then I'm going to go order my other stuff from my other store. So I ordered me some berries and some bananas, some lettuce and some cucumbers and things. I got some lobster tails because I'm going to make lobster bisque on Patreon because that's going to be one of my holiday dishes. I don't know if I want to do a pot of gumbo or a pot of lobster bisque, but it's going to be one of them. So I'm going to make lobster bisque for Patreon in case people want other ideas, for the holidays. So I got me some lobster tails and things.
Is there a way you can make it vegan?
No. What do you mean right now? What do you want me to do? Turn some carrots into lobster?
Let me not say vegan. I should say dairy free.
Oh yeah, you can make it dairy free.
That's what I shouldn't have said. Lobster, keep that in. But
what you mean?
Dairy free is the problem.
What do you
I know.
mean?
I've honestly have almost transitioned to vegan cheese only.
I love that for you.
I told you how cheese is
I know,
bad for my
dairy
skin
is
and
bad
stuff
for
like
you,
that, but
yeah.
also it's like but I had to search and find some. But Field Roast, I think that's what it is. Love you guys. Send me free stuff. Love you. But they've been a great alternative.
Okay.
So let's take a break. I'll be back after these messages. Hit a Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
That don't make no sense, dude.
Nah, bro. I'm supposed to go on a date with my girl, bro, with my shoes on, and I come to the mall and you in them, bro? Are you serious, bro? And then you gonna leave this little flip-flop in here, bro? Are you serious? Nah, bro, you don't pay no bills up in this. No, take my shoes off, bro. Take my shoes off.
We're back. Ending out the show.
They're like, what show?
I've been listening to other podcasts lately, and they've adopted the similar format. If you guys didn't know, first of all, you guys should be also subscribed to the Getting Grown Patreon, but also the Friends on Patreon, because Jade and I were on an episode of The Woo with Fran.
Yes, we was.
And we talk about our humble beginnings of when we were on government assistance together.
Yep.
To, having cheese on a couple burgers. Maybe not every burger, but there's cheese on the burger. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, nigga, there's cheese on every burger.
Oh,
And
well,
I
for
eat-
you. I don't know. You are rich.
No,
All right.
no. It's just I'm not eating a burger without cheese.
My point is, we got a little money now. We're not on government assistance anymore.
No. But shout out to the hold down.
Yeah, but I was saying how we switched the format to more conversational because it's almost like we're in your living rooms, and it's almost like you smoking with your cousins or in your in your car and wherever. Anyway,
That's why sometimes we
and
don't
I've been-
finish stories. Hmm.
Yeah, like I said, we listen to Bob and Monet, same format.
I have a story to tell you before we leave.
Trixie and Katya, same format. Mm-hmm. But
So, my aunt texted me.
Oh.
Your cousins are going to be... I'm sorry. The way... Your cousins are going to be battling 666 Mafia.
yes, 666 Mafia.
And it's going to be streaming. How can I...
I'm calling them
Forever.
from
What do you
now
mean?
on.
She put out 666 Mafia.
I mean, yeah.
When I tell you that was the best thing that I read all day, and then right following that, how do I stream it? I said,
Yeah. That would be funny.
I
Would have
said,
been
Auntie-
like, what is streaming?
yeah. No, she's like one step above that. I say, Auntie, I'm just going to send you a link on that day of a YouTube in which you can
Yeah.
watch it on that YouTube link. And you don't have to worry about the socials or any of that. Because I'm old, and she sends that gif of that old black lady's looking at people like,
Oh, me.
with the purple sweater. That's the one. And
judgmental.
but
lavender.
nothing is better than your cousins are gonna be battling 666 Mafia.
They're going to be.
It is
battling
gonna be
on
streaming.
666 Mafia. I'm glad that she knows what it is. In her defense, I tried streaming a Versus on the television one time. It is difficult. You have to download this other app called Fight, which is like an extreme fighting app, in order to watch Versus through the television.
Did you watch the Shaka Khan Stephanie Mills versus?
I saw clips. It was hard to watch.
It was hard to watch.
Mainly because I don't like Stephanie Mills, but I don't.
Wait a minute. Wait. Because that's not the direction I was expecting. I wasn't expecting, because we don't.
I know.
We only crack shame here. We don't shame anything else.
Yeah.
And even then,
crack.
we shame new crack usage. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no reason you should be
because
picking
it's
that shit up after.
2021.
Yeah, no, nigga, there's no excuse. But old crack usage, that comes with stuff. But nigga, I didn't know you didn't like Stephanie Mills.
I was just kidding. I was going with the joke.
Oh, damn.
No,
You should've stayed with it.
although I think she sounds like Aaron Neville.
Yeah.
I never knew love like this before.
But in all seriousness, no, I did watch clips because it was very difficult to watch because it was sad.
It was sad. It was actually really heartbreaking.
And honestly, the last time I saw Shaka perform, it ended the same way.
Oh.
Remember, she performed in Brooklyn.
Yes.
At some sort of festival in Coney Island or whatever. I remember watching it on TV because they were airing it, and it was it was rough.
Okay. Well, you know what? We just
rough.
gonna pray for Shaka.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, we
You
gonna
know?
pray for her because
all
we
you can
love us
do.
some Shaka.
Yeah, I want these Versuses
To end,
be,
right? Yeah. No.
Yeah. Well, I don't want them to end, but I want them to, because that means that we're out of the demic. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
fair. But the thing about the Versuses is they are now concerts.
that is
So
very true.
it doesn't.
Like, what's the point now? Just end them
The
now.
concertos.
Yeah, because now it's going to turn into like Nigchella. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be like the Ozone Festival.
Ozone Festival?
You know what I mean?
Oh my God. As soon as you said Nigchella, I thought the Ozone Festival.
Yeah. Great minds.
Oh.
Think horrible things.
Oh, Sourcechella.
Yeah, Sourcechella. You know? Vibechella.
Vibe.
You know?
That sounds
That's
wretched.
Afro-punk.
Yeah. That's Vibechella, nigga. That's just his AKA.
Yeah.
Woo.
But the Ozone Festival,
Okay.
Yeah, where else can you hear like, Bone Thugs, 666 Mafia, apparently,
666 Mafia.
and like 8 Ball, and and AMG.
Yeah, they might throw
all
like
those type
Too
of
Short on the lineup.
Yeah. They might stream, Mystical from prison because, the Ozone people don't have any scruples.
No, they don't. I told you about my Ozone Awards experience. Mike Jones was high as giraffe pussy off the cocaine.
Man, it's your boy Mike Jones, Ice Age in the building. Right now, y'all checking out Chop TV. Ice Age, get on, lay down. The boys on the way.
And it was DJ Khaled up on the stage, and he was not DJ Khaled yet. He was DJ Khaled, but he wasn't like this DJ Khaled. And so, because he was at the Ozone Awards. And so he was up on the stage getting his award, and he comes out screaming, "Who the best? Who the best?" And Mike Jones comes stumbling out, and it goes, "Mike Jones." I'm sorry. And it was there. Then he got in a fight with Trey, and it was a lot going on. I had on chanclas. That shows you like what kind of award show. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh no, you wore jellies to the event.
Oh yeah, I had on
girl.
chanclas. I wasn't dressing up. I'm coming camp.
Just in case you have to fight.
Full comf, nigga. If I have to take this off and slap you with it, it's a weapon. So yeah, that was my experience at the Ozone Awards. Just a little, because I know I've said that before.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what that would even look like today. They'd have like Kodak Black or something there, and like Chief Keef.
Yeah, it would be a lot of drill music artists in the building. Lil Baby.
And then, like, they'll try to like put like grunge rap on us. Can we have an honest conversation here?
You finally listened to Willow Smith's album?
I get it. I got you with the Nina Sky last week. So you get me with the... I get it. Okay, fine. I see what you're doing here. No, I have not. I didn't even know she did stuff. She has albums.
I don't know. I thought you were going to tell me.
Damn it, I forgot what I was going to... Oh, no, I remember now.
Okay.
I'm just going to... I don't know how to say this delicately, but rap is an American sport.
Oh, no.
Like...
You've done this before.
Like,
you're doing it again. Oh, no.
I just...
Nope. We're about to get a gang of Brazilian hate mail. I am not ready. No. What the?
Damn. Listen, I just it's really hard to listen to. And it's secular, a secular American sport. Christian rap is no.
Okay.
Because imagine if you had like a British Grimes or whatever grunge Christian rapper. Do you know how awful that is? Have you ever heard of French rap? Have you heard French rap?
Yeah, I have.
C'est le retour de Monsieur Messi, l'imbécile, you don't know what you missing. J'arrive sur la prod comme Ray Liotta, je check tout le monde dans la cuisine. Jute comme goutte de visine, coupe le souffle de toutes mes victimes. Aucun d'entre eux n'a de style ici, pourtant ils embauchent tous des
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Billion. I have heard French rap. I've heard Brazilian rap. I've heard obviously reggaeton.
Oh God!
I've heard Christian rap. That's a big no-no.
I can't fight reggaeton. I don't have that many wooden stakes.
I've heard Japanese rap.
It's like I respect all cultures,
Korean,
except that.
Or as your grandparents would say, Korean rap.
Oh yeah, because you have to say it the black way.
Korean rap. I've heard
Korean.
that. Noah be singing Korean music up in here. All and I don't even. It's so. She'd be like, "How did you?" But I'm like, "What?" And she be singing all the words like she know exactly what they said.
Yes.
Yes, she listens to that.
Yeah, well, that's great, but it's not Korean rap.
I don't love it.
Like the pop music, sure, I get that. That's for everybody, but just hip hop, don't stop. You know, like
because she listens to this little bad bitch of Korean music, and I don't. Hold on, let me. Noah. She listens to this little bad bitch, girl. Who like I was like, is my child listening to Carisha? But it wasn't. It was just it wasn't.
Buenos noches.
And it was like, and she showed me the girl, and when I tell you I was displeased. Now you gonna show me this little Korean Iggy Azalea. What is this? I don't like that. I was like, because you know where she got this from? I went into a whole thing. But she listens to that. Noah! Because I want y'all to know who this girl is. And I want you to be just as displeased as I am. And I know the irritating part about this is 70% of you motherfuckers is going to come through and be like, this knocks. Come here, real quick. Who's that Korean rapper girl you've been listening to?
You mean the group or a single one?
The single one.
Lisa.
What's her name?
Lisa.
Lisa? Lisa? Lisa?
And another one.
Hold on.
She got a song called Money, Noah?
Does she have a song called Money?
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Lisa is her name?
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And she got this chick?
Yes, with the beanie. Mm-hmm.
Oh, she got a song with Megan.
See? We just be encouraging this.
Oh, Lisa's in Blackpink.
I don't like it.
Only reason why I know Lisa's in a group, and she's in Blackpink. And the only reason why I know who Blackpink is because they have a song with Lady Gaga, which is cute. You should listen to it called Sour Candy.
I know who Blackpink is because Noah be listening to that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But see, now I don't like this little Carisha breakout star who came through with all of her co-opting and appropriation.
But I mean, that's what they do.
You know? That don't mean I got to like it.
I'm not saying that's right. I'm just telling you that's what they do.
Because I hate it. Listen to this little nigga ass beat. I'm a poet on myself. Look at you. I knew your ass was gonna say it. Nah.
No, I'm just being facetious. I would listen to that.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
No,
you used to listen to the JoJo. You used to listen to all the little white girls. You listened to Megan Mundy. What's her name? Mundy Moore. Before she was an actress.
First of all, Mandy Moore is a pop sensation.
Look at you. See? You about to fight me over this?
She is a recording artist. I didn't say she was a singer. I said she was a recording artist. That is a sensation.
The only thing that I can respect from her is that little Way You-esque track that you played.
See?
It's only because I wasn't expecting it.
Walk Me Home. Okay, you were prepared for the smooth vocal stylings of Mandy Moore.
I was like... It was the feel of the song that was what did it for me.
Just say, okay. Just saying. It was like Negro Light.
It was. It was real Shasta. It was real Shasta.
And that's fine. But I'm just saying. Anyway, I would not listen to this because it is a lot of noise.
I feel like you would.
Let's take a poll. People, if you think I will listen to this, let me know. If not, then, tell Jade that she's wrong.
Y'all know.
Anyway, that's the end of today's episode. Thank you for listening and supporting us and all that we do. Happy Christmas, Hana, Kwanzaa, wherever you're listening. Make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Give it as a gift to somebody. It's a wonderful stocking stuffer.
Oh, that is a stocking stuffer.
Yeah. Of course, subscribe to our YouTube. More videos coming. And we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, we're moving on.